Hi dear Odooers! In a previous video we talked about simple fields. In this video we will tackle another essential kind of fields, relational fields. As we previously mentioned, a model usually represents a business concept. It could be an invoice, a sales order, a product, and so on. And models often need to work together to illustrate what happens in a business. They have relationships. These relationships are expressed through a specific type of field, namely relational fields. There are four types of relational fields: many-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many, and related fields. First, let's talk about many-to-one fields. For example, here we are in the sales order model, and as you can see, this is linked to the contact model via the customer field. It allows you to indicate which contact is linked to the sales order. This is called a many-to-one relationship because many sales orders can refer to one contact.
And why don't we use a simple text field to add the customer?
There are many reasons for that. The main one is that you want to avoid redundancy. If you use the text field, you would need to add the same information, such as the customer's address, email, and so on, each time the same customer would order from you. By adding it once on the contact model, you can reuse that information anywhere in Odoo. So that's a many-to-one relation. You could also look at the relationship from the point of view of the contact model. I will access them through the orders menu right here and access Brian Baker. We could add a field on the contact model to list all sales orders that are linked to a contact. Here, that would be a one-to-many relation, where one contact contains references to many sales orders. But let's not do that because we can already access the list of orders for a contact using this Sales Smart button. Instead, let's imagine that rather than having to go into each sales orders to see the individual order lines like so, we want to see all the order lines from all of the different sales orders linked to that specific customer in one single place. In this case, we also need to add a one-to-many field to our contact model. Let's go back to it and open Studio. I will first add a tab by clicking on the plus icon right here to keep it all organized. I will call it Order Lines. Now, I'm going to create a one-to-many field and drag and drop it where I want it. Like so. And the one-to-many. Last step is to select the reciprocal many-to-one field. In this case, I will be looking for sales order line.
This is only possible because there's already a many-to-one relationship between the sales order line and the contact models, right?
That's right. For a one-to-many relation to exist, there must be a many-to-one relation as well. If it does not exist, then we have to create it first. In this situation, the sales order lines model already has a field called customer that is a many-to-one field connecting to the contacts model. So I'm just going to select it and confirm. And voila, there are our order lines. Now, let's talk about another type of link, many-to-many, where many records from one model can reference many records from another model. The typical use case is tags. For example, let's take a product with tags. Both are different models. A product can have many tags, and at the same time, each tag can be linked to many products, unlike sales orders, which can only be linked to one single customer. And finally, we have related fields. Related fields define on the current model a field from another model that already has a relation with the current model. Related fields do not create relationships between models, but instead, they use relationships to display information on different models. So for example, if I want to add the customer's email address on the sales order model, which already has a relation with the contact model, I would do that through a related field. So let's do it. I will simply access my orders, and I will add it on a form view. Here I can drag and drop my related field and select the customer, click on the right arrow right here, and specify that I want to see his email. Make sure to change the label as well to make it clear. And now we can close Studio and we'll see what it looks like. Accessing one of the existing sales orders here, you will see that Brian's email now appears on the sales orders. As you can see, fields are one of the most critical elements of an Odoo database. And again, if you want to learn everything about fields, be sure to check out our online documentation. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Back to you in the studio.